It starts, as it always does, with a girl. It starts, as it always does, at this end of town, and it finishes at the other. It starts at the beginning, and it ends at the end. It starts at the beginning, and it ends at the end. All this happened somewhere near where Trago Mills now stands. Back then, there was a small tobacconist's here. Back then, this was the water's edge. Back then, this was the place that loomed up out of the tarmac and struck me as an ideal place to be. Back then, this was the place that I decided to open a business. Here are the doors that I pressed my face up against to dream. Here are the doors that I posed outside with the keys in my hand and a stomach crammed full with nerves and with happiness. Here are the doors that I posted the keys through, walking away, shuffling feet with a dead business draped around my shoulders. Dead weight. He was such a meticulous spendthrift. The perpetrator was discovered clutching a carefully repaired banknote. Here is the place that I poured my dreams into, a smile fixed on my face. First genuine, then a mask, a coping mechanism, a grasping belief in the power of immaculate customer service. Here is the place that tore away at me, bit by bit, a body exposed, fate placed in the hands of others with my tongue cut out, unable to ask why. What can I do to help you? To help myself. Here is the place that I spent my days slowly dying. I would stand behind my till and scream silently while my world fell to pieces around me as I waited for custom, which sometimes never came. It starts, as it always does, with a woman. She ran out into the street and right up to me. Please, help! My husband. The excitement in the pit of your stomach when you open the door for the first time. The excitement in the pit of your stomach when the door opens. The creeping dread in the pit of your stomach when the door opens. They found the man in the pub with a carefully repaired banknote in his possession. In my dreams, this place burned to the ground. I could see the flames orange in the night sky. It is my Mandalay. In my dreams, this place has been inundated by dirty flood water. The boats in the harbour rising up to meet the doors, and the ocean pouring in through the letterbox. In my dreams, this place was a success. Waking in the depths of the night with a start, the spectre of stress weighing black and heavy on my legs at the end of the bed, whispering bad tidings in my ears as I toss and turn with my eyes pressed tightly shut, wishing for sleep but unable to slip away from the shadow pressing down on my lungs and quickening my heartbeat with dread. I spent so many nights awake, howling uselessly at the moon. The man waited outside, in the dark, and watched him pull the sign in. The man followed him, slunk in behind him like his shadow as he dragged the sign across the floor and stowed it in the back room, all the while unaware of his spectator. I had to pull the sign in and put it in the back room for the last time. My brother had built the sign. I had painted it. The hinges had rusted, and it had withstood all weathers, beckoning people in. But people were no longer welcome. Even I was no longer welcome in my own enterprise. It starts at the beginning, and it ends at the end. It starts, as it always does, at this end of town, and it finishes at the other. My business had passed on, but I dragged its stinking, slippery corpse up the road, from one end of town to the other, and propped it up, waiting inside for the shopkeeper to die too, evaporating into dust in the first rays of spring sunlight. Here is the place that my spirit was finally sucked out of me. She found him huddled over in a pool of his own blood. The till was open. It was late. It was Christmas Eve. It was early. It was the 7th of May. It ends as it always does.